Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Giants are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Saints, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Watch it now. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, that's Blake. And his first carry, he loses the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Over.
Webb now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw on third down, Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Here we go now.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Webb. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Gallman, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Now he steps away. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 5. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? In motion left goes Cooks.
Watch it now, Barney.
Cooks will come in motion right.
Leopard. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb looking for Shepard deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And shedding through the tackle. Shoves him aside. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The Pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead. 8-0 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in this game. And the Saints are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A play fake. Now Webb. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Webb to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at about the 14. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right around the 26. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Webb. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Webb to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Webb. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 23. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So we have, and before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Here's Gallman. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. Green
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
All right, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Webb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Webb. Being chased out left. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona, and the Ravens have opened things up there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Over. Now let's go. Now
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brent, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, it's Blake. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we've put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Webb. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Set! Blue, Detroit! Detroit! No, check, paint,
Now Webb. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Giants a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Off play action, it's Webb. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Now Webb. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making it easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Detroit!
A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing.